Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rchakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled birds scattered throughout the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. I'm the brother Khadashia from the GMS Chicago camp, coming back at you with another quick, Lord willing, edifying lesson. And I just wanted to add on to this brother's video. His page is Lively Stones of GMS, all right? And it's the brother Taziar Banyumyan, all right, from Kansas City. And he was going into this lesson. Basically, be a fucking man first. All right, it says all that slothful, irresponsible shit is weak as fuck. And I suggest, brothers to watch this lesson, man. It's a good, quick lesson. The brother made good points, man. And in this truth, we can't be lazy, man. All right, one of the things in this truth is that everything, that we do and we don't do, there's a consequence for it, man. All right, and we must upkeep, especially, our jobs and our daily lives and the things that we need to do on a daily basis and handle our business as men. All right. It tells you in Ecclesiastes 9 and 10, whatsoever thine hand findeth to do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So whatever you put your hand to, especially this work, all right, this truth, if you're putting your hands to this truth, and you are reading the scriptures, then the scriptures tell you that if you don't work, you don't eat, man. All right. So if you're putting your hand to this truth and you really are giving it your all, one of the things that you're going to come to knowledge of is that you got to be a man. You gotta grow up, bro. You can't be a fucking kid. You can't be out here, you just, going through the motions of life, man. You got to have some fucking structure about you, man. All right. If you don't work, you're not going to eat, bro. It says right here, 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10, for even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. And that's common sense, man. All right? You have to work to eat, man. That's just the way it's set up right here. All right? If you don't put in them hours, if you don't handle your business, if you don't pay your bills, if you don't do what you need to do, all right, eventually everything is gonna fall apart, man. You have to take care of your business, man. All right, you gotta work. You gotta have some structure about you. You gotta have some discipline, man. You gotta have you just gotta have more structure about you, man. All right, you gotta work, especially if you're healthy and you're able-bodied. All right, it would be understandable if you can't work. But hey, man, how are we gonna be out there on the highways and hedges, cursing out 2/3, cursing out Esau, cursing out the nigger woman, cursing out everybody under the sun, but then you're living the life that you're cursing out on these people, man? You're the lazy one. You're the one that calls off work. You're the one that hasn't paid your bills and you're off, and you're the one that keeps asking brothers for money, and the whole time you don't got a job, man. You got to stop, man. Brothers will help, but it comes to the point where, like the brother was saying in the lesson, it comes to the point where charity, he said it in the lesson, charity runs out, man. You hit a limit, because then it gets to the point where brothers start looking at you like, what? Well, are you doing something to help yourself out of this situation, man? Because brothers will help. But it comes to a point where you ruin your own life by the dumbass shit that you're doing, man. It tells you right here in Proverbs 19 and 3, people ruin their lives by their own foolishness and then are angry at the Lord. It ain't always Satan. And that's another thing, too, that the brother mentioned. It's not always the curses, man. Jake want to blame the curses. No, it was you that stayed up until 5 in the morning and couldn't wake up for fucking work. And it was you that got fired, man. You were the one that stayed up all night scrolling on TikTok with your dumb ass. You need to stop doing stupid shit, man. All right? For real. You can't just be Like being a man in this truth, being a man in this world, it requires discipline. It requires you to stop being childish and put away the things that you used to do in the world, man. All right. It says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. Let me get it. This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And you become a man when you come to this truth, man. Because you become born again. And through that, a new man that's being renewed day by day in knowledge, you come to the knowledge through these scriptures that you got to show yourself as a man. A man is not supposed to be lazy, just lay back, not doing shit all day, man. A man is not supposed to be leeching off another man's table, man. All right, I'm gonna bring out that precept that the brother brought out, because look, man, you as a man, you're supposed to have your own stuff, your own things, man. All right. Yes, brothers are gonna help if you're through. Brothers are gonna help, for whatever reason that you need help with. But it comes to the point where it's like, are you trying to even help yourself off this situation, man? What's going on, man? You don't want to be, like it says right here, Sirach 40 and 29, the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life. For he polluteth himself with other men's meat. But a wise man well nurtured will beware thereof. So you don't want to depend on another man's table. It says that if the life of him that depends on another man's table is not to be counted for a life. Look at that, man. You don't want to be a leech. You don't want to be, a freeloader, man. We all have that one cousin, that one friend, somebody that we know that was a fucking freeloader, never had money, never did, but was always, oh yeah, get the chicken wings. What? Of course, and the truth is different, man. A brother's hungry, man. Eat. The fuck? Eat. But, you be seeing situations in the world where it be people that live with other people, and that person don't even pay rent. They don't pay bills. They don't do this. They don't do that. They don't buy food. They don't buy toilet paper. They don't absolutely do nothing. Those people, it's the scripture says that life is not counted for a life. Somebody that's depending on another man's table, that is not counted for a life. So keep that in mind. You don't want to be out here just dead, freeloading as a leech. And then to make it worse, doing it towards the brotherhood, man. See, brothers are kind. Brothers, if you're going through it, brothers are gonna have mercy on you, because see, being in this truth, you really learn mercy, man. You learn how to humble down. You learn that we're all in the flesh and we're all going through it. So when you see a brother going through it, man, brothers feel for you, man. All right, and so they help you. All right, because we're considering ourselves, and when we see a brother is down and he's low, he needs help, man, we have compassion upon the brother and help him. But you don't want to be taking advantage of brother's kindness and putting yourself in dumbass situations with the mentality of, oh, well, the brothers got me. Nah. You don't want to be fucking, well, I don't like my job, so I'm gonna quit it, but I know the brothers got me. Nigga, you're fucking tweaking. Your ass is gonna look stupid as hell when the elder tells you, nah, we're not gonna help you. You know what you did. And then you're gonna have to deal with that situation, man. Because of what you did. All right? When you come to this truth, you got to put away childish things, man. You can't be out here just being a dumbass. For real, man. Doing dumbass shit. Quitting your job because your boss, the way your boss talk. What? Oh, I quit my job because they switched my schedule. Nigga, deal with it, bro. It's one thing for them to put you on a day where you got to camp. But even then, all right, let's say it's just a job that you just cannot quit. You haven't found another job. Well, man, hit up some brothers. Go out throughout the week. You could still teach, man. It's like, come on, bro. It does. You don't always got to go out on a Saturday to teach. If you got to work on Saturday, we'll go out on a Sunday to teach. It's brothers that go out on Fridays to teach. It's brothers that go out on Mondays to teach. It's brothers that go out on Wednesday to teach. Brothers go out to teach every day of the week. Come on, man. Making fucking excuses, man. You don't want to be like that, bro. This is Proverbs 19:3 one more time. People ruin their lives by their own foolishness and then are angry at the Lord. It's you, bro. It ain't always Satan, and it's not always the curses. It's not always, all these outside factors that you try to equate to the situation and come to the conclusion that somehow it's not your fault. It's your fault, bro. Fuck is you talking about, man? Gotta stop tweaking, man, for real. Then you want to blame other people. Don't do that, bro. Being in this truth comes with a hell of a lot of accountability, man. Okay? You got to really look in the mirror and realize, like, man, I'm in this situation because I did that. Because I did this. Because I was lazy. Because I called off. Because I, decided to use my money that was for rent to buy some shoes. It was me. I did that. It wasn't a demon. A fucking demon didn't hop on you and tell you to use your rent money for fucking shoes, you dumbass. That's some dumbass shit, bro. Come on, bro. Jake be trying to blame all these outside factors when it's really our fault, man. Most of the things that we go through be self-inflicted. You shoot yourself in the foot. And most of the time, it be both feet. You shot your both feet, bro. Every single toe, you shot it. You're the one that's been putting yourself in that situation. You're the one that got that bitch pregnant, even though brother's been telling you to stop dealing with that. All right? Brothers, and brothers might not tell you, hey, brother, don't deal with that woman. Brothers tell you to stop dealing with the nigga woman. That should be enough right there, man. And Jake still goes after the nigga woman. All right then, bro. It's certain things, bro, that when you come to this truth, you like. It's certain things that are still childish, man, and you gotta recognize that shit and grow beyond it, man. You gotta humble yourself greatly, like the scripture says, man, because we're in our captivity, man, and in our captivity, we're the Lord's free men. Even though we are in captivity and we're servants here, we're slaves, we are the Lord's free man. And since we've been liberated by our Lord, we are prisoners of hope to him. And we must serve him. All right? We must serve him. He was the one that liberated us from sin. He was the one that quickened us back to life from our dead state. And now you're just living dead again? Being lazy? Do you not know that you're alive now? Your mind is on. Your spirit has been quickened to life. You know the names of the Lord, bro. You got everything that you need to conquer the situation in front of you. Instead of blaming other people, blaming this situation, blaming Satan, blaming the curses, how about you look in the mirror and examine yourself, bro? Ask a brother, hey, Ak, real talk, am I tweaking, bro? And explain the situation. And if a brother, look, man, sometimes when I'm in a crazy situation, I call a brother and I say, hey, I'm going through this, that, and third, woo. I get counsel, all right? And I realize the brother tells me, you're fucking tweaking, bro. You need to do this, that, and the third, all right? And then I do exactly what the brother told me to do. And the situation is good, man. But every single time that you ignore counsel, every single time that you go outside of what you went out to look for, you were the one that went to go look for that elder's counsel, and you were the one that ignored it. Now you want to blame other people? You want to blame Satan? No, that was you, bro. That was you that ignored the counsel. That was you that didn't go to work. That was you that used your rent money for other shit. Come on, man. It says right here, Sirach 7:17, humble thyself greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms. And we must humble ourselves greatly in this truth, man, and just deal with what the situation in Babylon is, man. We don't like going to work. I got to go to work in a bit. I wanted to hit the gym, but hey, man, Fuck it. I gotta get ready for work right now in a bit and head out. All right, and look, man. In this truth, you're gonna have hella jobs, man. I've had jobs where I hate the boss. I've had jobs where I'm cool with the boss. Then I've had jobs where the boss is just a fucking dumbass. So I gotta step up and be the manager and do manager shit, even though I'm not the fucking manager getting paid as a man. It's like, you just gotta deal with this shit, bro. We're in our captivity. What you think? You're gonna be out here living a fucking a celebrity lifestyle? Wake up, get your feet rubbed. Your royal penis is clean, your highness. What the fuck you think is gonna happen, bro? You're in fucking captivity, dog. What the fuck? You think you're gonna be eating steak and good steak every day, man? You think you're gonna be out here with the freshest clothes? Hey, man, I've been wearing the same fucking shoes for I don't know how long, man. And I'm cool with that. Because guess what? My bills are paid. I could help brothers. I got a job. And I could do these lessons. And I'm able to read. My eyes still work. My ears still work. I can still speak. My mind is turned on. I can still think. I can still call on the names of the Lord. My body is healthy. What the fuck else do you want, bro? You got the name of the Lord and a healthy body. Nigga, go work. Goddamn. All this, well, I can't do this because, bro, humble yourself greatly and realize where the fuck we are at. We're in captivity. We're being punished less than our iniquities deserve, man. Yes, it sucks. Yes, we're in captivity. Yes, we're in Babylon, and it fucking sucks working around these people. Hey, man, look, my managers just hired a new manager, and it's a 6'5" fucking 6'5" transformer, man. Yes. And I gotta just put up with that, bro. You think I'm not vexed? You think I want to go to work right now and see that big ass nigga? All right. LGBT, ABC, big ass nigga at work telling me what to do? Telling me to make this and make that? You think, bro, what? If I was, look, man, Jake be not liking their situation and what they're dealing with, and they make haste. You're not supposed to make haste. You're supposed to just sit there and really just deal with it, man. And then if you really are tired of dealing with it, well, have some more discipline to get yourself out that situation, man. There are certain things that we could control, man. All right? Like one of the things that the brother mentioned in the video is how he moved out of his father's household, man, and how after that he never wanted to live with anybody else ever again, right? How he couldn't see it any other way. All right? Those are things you could control, man. You could literally get another job. All right, that's something you could control right now, right? Right now that there's still jobs, whatever, you will get a better job, hopefully, Lord willing, and pray to the Lord about it, man. The amount of times I didn't like a job and I prayed to the Lord for another job, well, guess what? You got to wait for the Lord to answer that prayer before you quit, bro. You don't want to just put up a prayer. You're at work. You go to the bathroom. You're fucking tired. Man, I fucking hate this job. You go to the bathroom. You throw up a prayer. Lord, I hate this job. Please give me another job. And then you just quit. That's stupid, bro. If you put up a prayer to the Lord that you want another job, guess what, man? It's going to take time. The Lord is going to move those mountains for you. You just got to be patient, bro. All right? But don't, hey, man, every day that you wake up, that's a blessing, bro. Look at the bodies that the Lord gave us. I know that we're in Babylon. These bodies are through. But if you're still healthy, you can still see. You can still walk. You can still hear. You can still, you have a healthy body, man. You can still work. You can still do certain things, man. That's a blessing, bro. There's people out there that can't work. There's people out there that can't look out their eyes. There's people out there that are deaf, man. All right? But here it is. You have been endued with saving knowledge. You've been given the gift of the Holy Spirit. You've been given the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So you're able to move mountains if the Lord gave you faith. All right? So whatever the fuck is in front of you, move it, bro, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man. You could do it, man. Do you not believe the scriptures when the Lord said that I can do all things through, let me get it, bro. This is, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me. Do you not believe this scripture, man? Do you not believe that you could literally do all things through Yahushai Hamashiach, who has raised us back to life? Who has quickened you, man? Who has turned your mind back on through faith, through the hearing of this gospel? That has made us living before our power again? Come on, man. And you're over here worried about you can't find a job. How am I gonna pay my bills? Bro, the Lord is in control of all of this, man. The Lord made heaven and earth. You think he can't give you a fucking job, man? The Lord made heaven and earth. You think he can take you out that situation that you're praying for to get out of, man? Come on, man. But it requires you to self-examine. It requires you to do the work. It requires you to be patient. It requires you to humble yourself. It requires you to go through it and be patient and long-suffering through these situations that we deal with, man. You don't want to do something stupid and then try to blame the Lord for it, try to blame Satan for it, try to blame the curses for it, when it was really you at the end of the day, man. You really got to sit back and think like, man, why am I in this situation right now? What did I do? What could I have done better? Did I give a soft answer? I could have given a soft answer. Then I wouldn't be right here. Maybe I should have just stayed at this job until I found another one. When I got that check with the overtime, I should have used it for all my bills. Not fucking bought shoes. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a man. And when you're a child and you speak as a child, you walk as a child, whatever, right? You do dumbass shit like that. But in this truth, you gotta grow up, bro. Once you start getting and that's another thing too, man. Once you start to grow in this truth, man, and you start to become mature, it's certain things that you do. Like, let's say, you know, you're a brother that's been in this truth for 4+ years, 5+ years, and you know better. If you do some dumb shit that you would have done when you first came in, certain older brothers are going to be looking at you like, why the fuck would you even do that, bro? Like, you know better, bro. Like, I've literally seen you do better and know better, and you just did that dumbass shit. You don't want to do that, bro. You don't want to go back to the vomit that you left back in the world. You don't want to go revert to your old ways. You don't want to do none of that, bro. You want to continually grow in this truth and mature and become the man that the Lord wants us to be, man. Because the Lord is trying to conform us into the image of his son. And his son, that's the Lord. That's who the Lord is well pleased with, man. Yahweh said, hear my son. This is who I'm well pleased with. Hear ye him. Right? And that's the image that we're being conformed into. And that's an uncomfortable process, but we must embrace it. We must embrace becoming a man. We must embrace, waking up every day and having to walk as a prince of the power, being alive again, man. We must embrace that we're here in captivity, but that we still got to deal with it, man. We must embrace the fact that we're long suffering, waiting for our Lord. But look, it's almost over with, bro. We're almost out of here, man. All right? So just embrace it. Keep walking through the fire, man, with your head up. Because this shit is only going to turn up more. And if you are being childish right now, best believe when shit hits the fan, you're going to crack under that pressure, man. If you can't even handle, a boss talking to you crazy, what are you going to do when you got... When Jacob's trouble comes and all these crazy ass people are out here, man? You can't handle work because all these customers, man. Look, bro. You got to read the book of Psalms, man. I'll be at work. Hella customers come in. All these orders come in. All these people, they start getting mad. Woo, woo. Man, you know what I do? I said, hold on, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. I read me 3 Psalms. Get quickened real quick in the spirit. Throw up a prayer. Ask the Lord to quicken me. Give me some strength. Then I go back and I lock in, man. Because fuck all that fucking weak shit. Fuck all that, I'm going to get emotional and fuck, I'm on stress. Nigga, I'm going to take some ashwagandha, pray, and keep working. Fuck you talking about, man. And that's another thing, too. You got to get into the herbs, man. Most of the time that you be all fucking grumpy and all fucked up, it's because your ass don't be getting no sleep, man. You gotta get yourself some good sleep. You're not eating good. Your ass keeps eating fucked up shit. Of course you're gonna be all low in the spirit, man. Eat a fucking salad for once, man. Look, I've been eating salads for the past fucking week. Every morning I've been waking up, eating a salad before work, because the food at work is like, man, I don't want to be eating that every day, every week. So I just been eating salads every morning for the past week. And man, I'm talking about, I feel good, bro. I haven't bought a coffee. I haven't needed a coffee to get a little boost of energy or nothing, because it's almost like the clean food that I've been eating has been sustaining my energy throughout the day, and I feel good. I feel more energetic. I feel more light on my feet. I feel good. I'm able to work better. I feel like it's almost like that feeling of when you drink some beetroot powder, and then you feel like you could move your whole body. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's how I've been feeling off the salads, man. It's almost like, man, I feel good. But every time I go and eat some other shit, it fucks me up. I wake up feeling tired and all this mucus, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta go to work, and then you wake up all grumpy, and when you want to sleep at 3 a.m, and hey, bro, that things like that affect you, bro, and you gotta be honest about about things like that. What are you doing that's fucking you up? For real, for real. Can your attitude be better? Can I be more disciplined when I wake up? Can I wake up earlier? That's another thing too, bro. Like, stop fucking waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What the fuck are you doing if you're waking up at that time, man? You need to get a job or something, bro. For real. And of course, every brother's situation is different. There's brothers that work all night, then sleep all day. There's brothers that, so on and so forth, man. But if you don't got a job and you're in this truth and your ass be waking up at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., what the fuck are you doing, Ak? What? Look, man, one of the most disciplined men that I've ever met in this truth, the elder Jeremiah right here in GMS Chicago. All right. Man, that's when I look at that brother, the only word that I could think about is discipline. As concise as I could be, that's the only word I could think about when I look at that man. Discipline. That's the discipline that he worked for, and that's the discipline that I want to acquire. But I know it takes hard work. Hard fucking work. Work, sweat, blood, tears, prayer. It requires fucking work. Do you understand that work is the opposite of laziness? Do you understand that in this truth, to be a man, we must fucking work? We must be functioning men of the Lord. We can't be out here cursing out people and then you're living a fucking bogus ass lifestyle, man. Not paying your bills, not going to work, talking bogus to people, just being a nigga. Look, bro, some of the best opportunities that I've had in this truth was because of something that I did probably months ago. And not even that, but it was really because of the Lord, man. But it's certain people, when you're out here, like, just because, these people are going to be destroyed and most of these people are 2/3 and you're walking amongst the heathen, that doesn't mean you could be out here as a fucking just talking crazy to people, man. Know how to have some, know how to move in this world, man. Know how to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. That's one thing that I've also learned from that elder, man. The elder Jeremiah, the way he deals with people and the way that he interacts, it's like, man, the Lord sends a lot of blessings in that manner, because the Lord told us to know how to use the world and not abuse it. The Lord told us how to, deal with the unrighteous mammon of the world, man. Let me see if I could find it, because it says right here, Luke 16:9. That's another thing too. Jake be, just because they're in the truth, they be taking on this mindset where they just think that they got to be bogus to all these people. Look, bro, Just because you got an Edomite boss doesn't mean you got to tell that nigga, you're a fucking Edomite, you're going to go into slavery, and you're going to fucking kiss my feet. Bro, chill. You don't got to do all that. Look, there's managers that I've had that were Edomites, that after I left that job, them motherfuckers would hit me up talking about, hey, you think you could maybe like work over here? You know? You gotta know how to move amongst these people, man. Just being a man of the Lord. All right? You don't want to be, burning bridges just because your ass trying to be a super Hebrew Israelite, fringes everywhere, fucking being bogus, and the whole time you've been ignoring the main thing about this truth, which is you're being conformed into the image of the Son. Ask yourself, was Yahushai lazy? If Yahushai was in my situation, would he use his paycheck to buy Jordans, or would he handle his business? If Yahushua was in my situation right now, would he talk crazy to his Edomite boss, or would he just, agree with his adversary? What did Yahushua tell us, man? How did Yahushua move? What was the example he left for us? What did the author and finisher of our faith perform when he was here on earth? What was the thing that he executed? A walk of faith. And this truth is a walk of faith that we, as uncomfortable as it gets sometimes, we must long suffer and be patient with what we're dealing with and just go through it, bro. Just go through it. Something Pops always says right here in Chicago, hey, man. Oh, man. He be saying, if you're going through it, go through it. You just gotta fucking go through that thing, bro. There's no way around it. You can't beat around the bush. It's like the Lord wants you to fucking deal with that situation, man. The Lord wants you to deal with that situation because guess what? Since you're being conformed into the image of his Son, there's certain things that the Lord sees in you that's like, nah, that's bullshit. That's not, I don't see my son's image in that part of him. So he's going to have to fix that. And then the Lord puts you in a situation so you could address that. And here it is. Your ass is, I'm good. Well, bro, sit down and meditate. What is the Lord trying to tell you right now, bro? For real, man. But let me get this real quick. Luke 16:9, just for edification, it says, and I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, that when ye fail, they may receive you into everlasting habitation. So you got to know how to use the world and not abuse it, man. See, the Lord didn't tell us to go out there and be bogus to these people. The Lord told us to be blameless and harmless, the sons of God in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, where we shine as lights in the world. And shining as a light, well, guess what? If somebody that's covered in gross darkness is bogus to us, well, guess what? The scriptures tell us we got to overcome evil with good. So as the shining light, you must continue to burn brightly and be that example as a man of the Lord and as a son of God here on earth, man. And one of the things that you could do is make yourself friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, man. These people in the world, you know how to deal with them. You know how to keep your distance with them. You know how to give them counsel here and there, man. There's been times that people in the world have came through for me money-wise, taking me to work wise, or whatever it may be, things, whatever situation it may be, people, these people in the world, they be helping you sometimes, man. That there's certain people that you befriend and keep your distance with that they fuck with you more than you fuck with them, just because of the spirit that's on you, man. Just because the Lord is dealing with you and you have that spirit of wisdom on you, and they could tell, they could see it, bro. There's people out there in the world that literally call you for advice, bro. And those are the people that when you fail and you're going through some situation, those people help you, bro. For real, man. Hey, there's been times where I've been through and I've needed money, and instead of hitting up the brothers, I'll hit up some niggas. And they fucking give me the money and never ask for it back. I said, damn. Call Halayim la Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. And there's been times where I've gotten money from them niggas and given it to the brothers. So it's like, when you really move in this world and be a man and handle your business and just overall meditate and just examine yourself, there's a lot of things that the Lord is showing you that you're ignoring that you could really work on, and it's going to better you and the brothers around you, because as the Lord starts to increase you and conform you into the image of his son and you become more of a man, you know, that's going to inspire more brothers to be mature as well. That's going to inspire brothers around you to really see like, man, well, I want to step up to the plate and be on that level of discipline, man. You know, people like, you got to really like, man, I'm going to just say this right now, right here in GMS Chicago, man, is full of very, very great examples, man. Men that you know, when I look at them, it's like, man, bro, that's inspiring. Like, I want to attain that level of discipline. All right. And you speak to those brothers and they're very humble, and man, it's just, this truth is beautiful, man. And you know, watching brothers grow, watching brothers deal, watching brothers, you know, get more mature and bold in the spirit, that inspires you to want to achieve that balance and level in this truth. You know, you're trying to become that new man. The, you know, that brother, you know, that brother that you see shining, that's the brother that is putting on the new man constantly. And guess what? He did the work to do that. He suffered, he cried, he prayed, he went through it to get to it, bro. So the brother that you're inspired off of, guess what, man? That brother did the work for that. He had to fucking work for that. All right. So, hey, man, you know, this truth is very beautiful, man. We just got to take care of it, bro. We got to be men. We got to show ourselves men. We can't be right here lazy, bro. All right. And we can't be blaming other people for the shit that we do, man. We just got to be men. We got to show ourselves men. We got to know how to move in this world and be wise, man. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Read the Gospels, man. Read about Yahushua and how he moved. When you read the Gospels, man, Yahushua was so much, man, he was full of wisdom, man. The way that he dealt, the way that he spoke to the church, the believers, the way that he dealt with the Pharisees and the scribes, and man, bro, we got everything that we need to be a fucking man. There's no excuses, man. So with that, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. Lord, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us his truth. Shalom and Abba Baba. Waquam Yasharallah.